when we get to Jackie's interview, Jackie, it was kind of odd because she kept talking about how hot it was. Like when they were asking her what happened, with every answer, it seemed to start off with how hot it was.
Huh.
Okay, so that was kind of weird that she kept saying that.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, you've said that like 7 times now. But so that was kind of weird. And then at the moment JFK gets shot, that's the moment she can't remember.
Oh.
Cannot remember him getting shot,
It's true.
and she cannot remember climbing on the trunk. She said that they told her, but she didn't remember doing that. The placement of the shots don't line up with what the CIA was saying, and the FBI doesn't line up with what they were saying. It lines up with, I hope I get my hands on the video, but I don't think YouTube would even let you play it. But in the video, because there was someone there recording, and they got his, in the little film, the file stuff. They got his film, and if they show it in the frame by frame, and I haven't seen it since way back when I saw it, like in 2020 or whatever it was. In the play-by-play, you see her leaning toward him, like she's going to say something, and obviously, and the big thing with them and the other people who were interviewed that were in the car with them, the governor of Texas and stuff, was how loud it was. Like they weren't, like, it was just really loud. Okay. In the video, the frame by frame, you see her. So he's supposed to be waving out the right side because he's on the right side in the back of the car, and she's supposed to be waving to the left side of the road and to the people and stuff. Okay. So, and that's what she said. She said that she was looking to the left, waving. And then when she turned back because she heard something, or there was some after the shots. It was something that and I'll find that. But after the shots, there was something that made her turn around, and she was trying to put his hair. She hits and put his hair back on his head. It blew it sounds like it blew the top of his head, which also aligns with this, which also aligns with what I'm about to say. And I think I've told you this before, but this was on this video, frame by frame. She turns to lean in to say something, but she's going to say something to him. So she's not looking to the left. She's leaned in. He leans in, but he's trying to listen. He's got his ear toward her. His head is low. How when you're just trying to... And then his head goes back.
I knew it.
She throws this. This is in the video. This is not in the files. But I'm going to tell you that I'm telling you because it lines up. You see his head go back, and you see her throwing a shiny object, a gun,
behind the seat
before she climbs up on the trunk.
Yeah, I saw that video.
She doesn't remember that whole few seconds. She cannot remember. She thinks that's what she said anyway. She thinks that she was waving. And I think out to the left side. Or at least that's what she says. She wasn't even looking out to the left. But I think that's when the MK Ultra triggers kicked in.
Yeah.
And they had come around a curve. They had just come around a curve. You had there was a guy with the umbrella on the sunny day. I think they were the triggers. And then also, so it lines up with his bullet wounds and stuff. It doesn't line up with what they said about the book depository and all that.
Wow.
So it lines up with that, and then it also aligns that that the driver was also involved.
Sure.
Because he had a bullet wound right through the front of his neck.
Huh?
So right through the front of his neck by his Adam's apple. So if someone was behind or to the side shooting, they wouldn't have got him in the front.
In all of Dallas, there appears to be exactly one person standing under an open black umbrella. And that person is standing where the shots begin to rain into the limousine. The only person under any umbrella in all of Dallas standing right at the location where all the shots come into the limousine. Can anyone come up with a non-sinister explanation for this?
They didn't reveal that because that doesn't align with their story. It's in the autopsy records and interviews and stuff like that. But I don't remember ever hearing anything about that. And then the three bullet thing is because they were trying to frame Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah.
They had been following him, and there's so much, but you have to put it together.
Wow.
They had been following him and surveilling him. They knew that they were going to make him like he said, a patsy, which he was.
That
They knew that
they
they
knew
were going
what?
to make so when they arrested him, he didn't do anything. He's just a patsy. That means they're framing him.
Who?
Lee Harvey
Oh,
Oswald.
okay.
So he kept saying, "I'm just a patsy," like they're framing me. I didn't do this. I'm a patsy. They're framing me.
Yeah.
So do you know that they also planned to take him out as well?
Sure.
So not only did they frame him, of course, then they planned to assassinate him, and did. And it's kind of like with Thomas Crooks. It reminds me of Thomas Crooks because they got, in this case, Thomas Crooks was doing it, but he was also a patsy. He was put up to it, but they killed him right away.
Thomas
So you
Crook,
can never
heck
get the
yeah.
truth. You can never get the truth from him.
Right.
Huh?
Yeah, that's true, because then they can never talk.
Yes.
Dead men don't talk.
And they're saying that here's the three bullet thing. The reason why they're pushing the three bullet thing. There were 4 bullets. They found a 4th one in the car. So the 4th one was not like dented or anything like that. When it hits bone and it like flattens or whatever that happens to the bullet on impact. Well, this bullet didn't have any impact. It was like they said intact, and that's the one I think went through his neck and came out the other side. Yeah, there were people being interviewed, and you can see they were trying to guide what they said. And one person, I don't know why, one person kept following up about Jackie's pink hat. So one person that was interviewed, she kept talking about Jackie's hat, her pink hat.
Oh, her hat. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's actual, in the files, there's files of, there's somebody asking about something that is not made public. I don't remember if those are the exact words they said, but she's asking about something that wasn't made public. And so she kept inquiring what happened with her hat. Did they get her hat?
Huh.
Yeah,
That's
and they replied that that her hat is where that she has her hat now, or her family has her hat. That's what it was. Her family has her hat. That was weird. I thought that was weird.
Is that like a code? The
I
hat
don't
thing
know.
is maybe it's a
I
code.
don't know. That could be.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was. So I downloaded the files, and so I'm going to go through those again and see what else I can see and put together because, like I said, they don't come out and tell you. You have to find all the discrepancies and put those together. But if we had the video, if I can find the video, then I can say for certain. I can show it for certain. You know what I mean? And then that makes sense of the bullet wounds and how the bullets, because they're trying to say that the same bullet ricocheted and made like 4 wounds. They're really trying to stick with that theory that they were like
Oh my
not in the
gosh. Yeah,
vehicle.
right.
You know, they're trying to make you look away from the vehicle.
They're trying to make you look away from the vehicle.
So, okay, so she was MK Ultra though.
Yeah, she had to be, and that was in the files too that they were using MK Ultra
Oh,
in
damn.
this. Yeah,
And had him
because
kill her own husband.
the exact moment he's shot is the moment she can't recall. Now there were some other things that she wasn't certain, like names of streets and stuff like that, but you know, she could say like, you know, round the curve or whatever. She's like, I don't really know the streets or, you know, what they're called or whatever, but when it came to that, she's like, and I was looking to the left waving, but she wasn't in the video at that exact moment. She was not looking to the left. She was looking toward John, JFK. It's was like a robot or something. I don't know. You know, something triggered because they all happened at the same time. They heard the shots all in a row. So a lot of people said 3 shots. The one witness said she heard 4. I think she said she heard 4 or 5. She either said 4 or 4 or 5. A bunch of the other witnesses said they heard 3, but it was loud. You know, the first one people didn't even know what it was. You know, they did until they heard the other 2 right after. But they said they were in quick succession, like bang, bang, bang.
Okay, so I'm just saying, man, that would be motivation. Oh my gosh. To want to get revenge. I know God says vengeance is mine,
Yep.
but these people are freaking evil, and I hope God helps him get his vengeance for all of us.
And I
Because they did
think,
that to everybody when they did that to not just to him, his family, and all the other
well,
shit they've done to their family.
and using the family to destroy
Yeah.
their family. For Trump to say, if you knew what I knew, if you saw what I saw, you wouldn't release it either. I think it's because it was Jackie. I think she had the fatal shot.
Oh,
And I
wow.
think that people definitely weren't ready to hear that news. But maybe
Because
for the
everybody
family,
loved JFK.
yeah, but maybe for the Kennedy family. Yeah, they said they haven't had a real president since then because Lyndon B. Johnson, I think he was involved also. Someone said Professor Nez is somebody else that I watched. He was on late last night. Of course, I was up late watching. But he said that Joe Biden's name is in there.
Of course.
Of course.
He's been around forever. That fart's probably involved in everything.
Yeah. A
Wow.
lot of stuff. A lot of stuff.
Wow. It's finally out.
It's out, and that's not even all the stuff either.
Wow. That's the surface.
That's
That leads to
just what
everything else, sis. That leads to everything else.
No, I mean, it's all released. And it's not redacted. They didn't redact it at all. Trump said it would be unredacted. It's totally unredacted. You can read everything. What I'm saying is there's so much, though, it takes time to go through it all
Wow.
and put something together. But again, if they release the video with it, which it probably is because it would be part of the files. I don't know where it's at yet, but I don't know if I would even be able to show that because on YouTube, you can't show things like that. The deep state is so deep. So then Lyndon Johnson becomes president. There's a famous photo of him and someone else who was, I'm sure, involved, looking back at each other, like smiling, like a yeah, we did it, because he's getting ready to get sworn in. Lyndon Johnson. And then, who else was in there? I think, and then after that, I think is when they made Bush in charge of the CIA, I believe. There was a lot of people involved, and yeah, it was pretty wow. And they tried to do that to Trump, Fran. You see, they did that in front of everybody. They tried to do the same thing to Trump in front of everybody.
Yeah, assassinate him.
Yes, I was thinking about Trump when I was reading through that stuff and like the people being interviewed and everything everybody saw, and I was thinking, man, they tried to do that to Trump in front of the world.